there, I'm Ms. Laura with the Wichita Falls Arts Council, and today we're going to create a cyanotype print. So it's going to look something like this. Your colors may be different. I have a pack of all blue, the traditional color. And to do this, we're going to need a clear transparency. So this was a transparency that was cut in half, so it's half the size that it comes in. A white sheet of paper to do some sketching on, a black sheet of paper to cut out different kinds of shapes, and then a Sharpie for fine lines, as well as a pencil to draw shapes onto my black paper, and a glue stick to glue those shapes onto the transparency. So I have a few examples of what that could potentially look like, and I'm going to show them to you on this white paper here so that you can see them. So you can choose to do a pattern, like this one here. It's just a bunch of flowers. All of the centers of the flowers were cut out from the black paper by drawing circles and cutting them out, and then drawing all of the little petals with a Sharpie, because those are lines that would be really hard to cut out in the paper. I also have ones that are stars, nice simple shapes. They can be repeating shapes. This one is a collection of different kinds of things. So all cut from the black paper and using the Sharpie to create the fine lines. So I have a snake, a cake, rake, things that rhyme with snake. This is an earthquake, snowflake, and this is supposed to be awake, crossing out the Z's. Here's another assortment of random items, like an ice cream, a table, this is a pizza, dog paw, star, heart, cloud. If we look closely at the ice cream, you can see that the top part is just the ice cream cut out of paper, and then the cone was drawn with a Sharpie to create some fine lines. This one is my favorite so far, and it's just a random assortment of things as well. So we have a cactus, a potted plant, a ladder, flower, pear, avocado, and a glass of liquid. So if we look closely at the cactus part was cut out from black paper, and the pot was drawn with a Sharpie. The little stems on this potted plant were from the Sharpie, and then the leaves in the pot were from paper. The pear shape for the body of the pear was cut out from paper, and then the leaves drawn. And then this one, which I made the print of, this one is just a bunch of clouds. Some of the clouds were drawn and cut out from the black paper, and others were just line drawings. And then this is what I made the print of. So the reason we're using the clear paper is so that it can help us make the print. So we're going to take this transparency full of whatever we decide to put on it, and we're going to place it onto our special paper that's been coated with a chemical solution that reacts to the sun. So here's what that looks like before it's been exposed. Yours may be a different color. This one is just the white one with the blue cyanotype solution. If it's a different color, then you're going to look for the side that has an uneven tone. So the side that has the solution painted onto it. So this would be the back, where it's just plain paper, which may be a different color than mine. And then the other side, you'll see sort of an uneven texture. And then you're going to take your transparent image, place it on top, and then you're going to go out into the sun. And if it's really sunny, you're going to expose it for about 5 minutes by just holding it really still in the sun, or even placing it on the ground and holding the corner so it doesn't float away. And after that 5-minute timer is up, or longer if it's cloudy, then you're going to take the paper, rinse it off in water, under running water, for about 30 seconds. You could even rub your hand over it, and that expedites the process a little bit, so that after you rinse it, your paper will turn blue or another color. And all of the parts that the sun couldn't reach by shining through the transparent part, all the parts that are in paper or the lines drawn from Sharpie, they're going to leave an impression. So I'm going to take my black sheet of paper. The best results come from using the paper and doing as much out of the paper as you can. And then if the line is too small or it's going to be too difficult to cut out from the paper, then you can use the Sharpie as a backup. Those lines are a little fainter, but it'll still show up. So just a reminder, we're creating everything right onto the transparent sheet. We're gluing all of our shapes onto the transparent sheet, and we're drawing lines onto the transparent sheet as well. We can even draw something on the white paper and trace it onto our transparent sheet. But again, try to do as much as you can using the black piece of paper. So I'm just going to draw some shapes. I think I'm going to do a bunch of clouds again. And then I'll go expose it in the sunlight for about 5 minutes because it's pretty sunny right now. And then I will rinse it. When you are finished creating your composition, you have everything you want onto your clear plastic sheet, and you're ready to expose your print on the paper, on the cyanotype paper. You want to make sure that you are careful about exposing it too early. So I'm going to take, actually, I think I'm going to expose this one because I haven't done it yet. Okay. So you're going to take your finished composition and you're going to want to place it onto the side that has a solution, making sure it's a side with the painted solution and not the blank side. And you're going to position it on to your special paper. And then you're going to want to flip it over. Or you can distribute the cyanotype papers once you go outside. And the reason for doing this is that we don't want to expose it too early. So this is one that I accidentally left out on my table, and I am indoors right now, and my window shades are closed, but it still exposed the thing that I had on top of it. So this is going to create a blurry image if you expose part of it too early and then the image shifts. So it's a really good idea to either flip your paper over until you're outside and ready to expose, or to even cover it with another sheet of paper until you're ready to go outside. And it's really important that you do at least 5 minutes of keeping it very still on the ground with the sun hitting it to create your exposure. So I'm going to go outside, a little bit of sunlight left, and I'm going to go expose for 5 minutes and I'll be back. Great, so I've just come from outside. My timer, I did about 7 minutes because it got a little bit cloudy. I am keeping my paper turned upside down. I did tape the edges down and that was helpful. May have moved a little bit, but now I'm going to go rinse it under running water for about 30 seconds. And I'm going to rub my hand over it. I'm taking the transparency off. We're just working with our paper now for our cyanotype paper. So I'm going to go rinse it off, and that's going to stop the chemical process and make it stable. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to put this little towel down because this thing is sopping wet. I have my print of my image, and now I just let it dry. You can either hang this up or put it on the table to dry. There you go, right there. There's my image, and there is my print. If you can, and you are going to tape it down, I'd probably recommend using a clear tape instead of this masking tape. But that is how you do one of these prints. Thank you so much for joining me, and see you later.